Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be speaking about my time at Miku Expo. It was amazing. Let me say that real quick. I know I had my problems with the screen at the beginning, but in person, it was not that bad. So let me tell you the story. Alright, so I went with my brother. I'm not going to say his name, but we went on Wednesday. Dallas was pretty far away. We got there, had an Airbnb, walked over. We were so close we could walk over to the venue. We walked over there, got in line, talked to a bunch of people in line, of course. They all got the same interests as me. Why not talk to them? Some Edel Diddle came by, that translates to the guy who sells corn on the street with the little cart. He had ice cream and a bunch of other Mexican foods. I got strawberry ice cream sandwich. It was amazing. I've never had one before. But as we got farther in line, we were like, okay, it's finally time to check on the tickets. I don't know why neither of us thought about checking out the tickets beforehand. But we saw it on there. We couldn't find what the tickets were. We didn't know if they were QR code or like a code, which, well, at this point, it was, why wouldn't they be a QR code? We asked the guy behind us and he said, oh no, mine are like this. And I was like, dang it. And then we spent the whole time in line for like the last 30 minutes trying to find out how to get these tickets, because we finally found out the way that we got them, because we didn't get the original ones, that you had to go through Ticketmaster, which is another app you have to go through. We got them on TickPick. You had to go through Ticketmaster, and then you're finally able to get your tickets. We went on there. It didn't happen. So we called tech support. They didn't help at all. We got into the venue, past the metal detectors and everything. And we got to the lady that checks your ticket. And we were like, oh, yeah, we bought the ticket, but we can't really find it. So can we still get it? And she was like, no. So, and we were like, but we don't know how to do it. And she said, we go through AXS. Try it out, and maybe that'll work. So we tried out AXS, and it did work. Which, oh my god, my heart was beating out of my chest this entire time. We were there, and we kept on going through the line, and I was like, boom, 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 boom. And I told the lady as we were walking away, I was like, if we were not able to get those tickets working, I probably would have cried right there. And she's like, haha, yeah. So then I skipped the merch line. The merch line was to my left. I was like, I'm not looking at you. The line is massive. It is not worth it. I went, my brother was like, okay, I'll be here at the bar. So he stayed over there and got all the specialty drinks they had. He said they were pretty good. I didn't have any. But I went over to general admission, which is what I got. I asked for general admission. I did not want VIP seats because, up on the balcony and not as good of a view, in my opinion. And I was pretty close to the front. And I'm going to say this right now. I'm not tall. So it was great being somewhere close to the front and not behind a bunch of 7-foot tall people. And up there, I met a few people, met this girl, and I had, I forgot to say this, but I was not able to get a light stick at all. They weren't, none of them, by the time I was going to get them, none of them would have came in time. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll get some chemical ones in Dallas. But the day before, I was like, oh, it'd be pretty cool to paint my hands and have glow-in-the-dark paint. So I bought some glow-in-the-dark, safe for skin paint, and it did not glow in the dark at all. In some of my videos, I can tell that it kind of glowed in the dark, but not not to me. I turned the lights off in the Airbnb room, nothing at all. So I was like, okay, I'm bored. I was already gonna offer people to paint their hands and stuff, not for a charge, but just offering for fun. And I went up to this one girl and I was like, oh, you want me to paint your hands? Because I was painting some other guys earlier, and she saw it and she was like, okay, I have that. I was like, you want me to paint your hands? And she said, yeah. So I painted them green, and then I mixed it with the blue, and it looked really nice because I already had a ton over my hands. Every time I put my hands in my pocket, it would just, green would ooze out of my pocket just from it coming off of my hands. And she was like, why do you have paint and not a glow stick? And I was like, oh, I wasn't able to get one. She was like, okay, well, since you painted my hands, here you go. You can have one of mine. It wasn't a real one. It was a chemical one. So, but hey, it's better than having nothing, especially, glow-in-the-dark hands that aren't even glow-in-the-dark. But show started. It was amazing. I knew almost all the songs on the set list, but most of them I really didn't like. Before the concert, I was just listening. I was saying, oh, these aren't that great. But you know, the concert experience really changes the feeling you have for some songs. And Miku was great. And then Vampire, which I've listened to the most before, and it was amazing. I kind of forgot about it as the show went on because some of the other performances were just amazing. I'm not going to go through every single song. I didn't remember every single song, especially the ones that weren't Miku. I love all the other performers, but not as much as I love Miku's stuff. But, okay, where to next? Oh, yeah, the Miku Beam part. I'm going to put that on right now.
Oh my God!
It was amazing. It was great. I knew what was coming in, and I knew what I was waiting for, and it did not disappoint.
I'm ready.
It was great. And then a few more songs later, and well, I'm probably gonna put some more clips in here if I forget any of the stuff I want to show. World Is Mine was great. It's always great. It's great at every concert Miku's been to. Then Tell Your World, literally, I think it was better than Highlight in my opinion during this one. It like, Tell Your World was always an emotional song, but when Miku hit that high note at the very end, it was just, oh my God. It hurt me. That's why you can hear in this video, I'm like, Miku! Because it hurt me. And then, you know, next song I didn't know, and then Encore, didn't know the first song on there. But it was great anyways. And then we had Highlight, which I sung word for word mostly. Some of the parts I didn't know, especially the far parts. I only really know the chorus part of it. But and then the show was over. It was great. We roamed around Dallas for a little bit, ate, and then ate again. I was full. And we were in a freaking lift, and we got to our next location. I was like, "Are you sure you want to eat?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's go in and try it." We ate an appetizer, and we were like, "We can't take this anymore. We're done." We couldn't eat. It was bad. But overall, Miku Expo experience, I'd say a 9 out of 10. Taking off that 1 point because there was no hologram. But I forgot to say this as well. The screen was not bad. I was close enough to where my whole field of view was basically filled up by the screen. And I didn't even notice because the outlines were perfectly blended. They put the lights on the top of the screen and lights on the bottom, but they didn't put any on the sides, and the background behind the screen was dark enough to where it didn't illuminate it. So it blended well with the background, and it was good. And it was so high definition as well. I was next to some older guy, and he was talking about how in 2018 she like flew out of a screen, and it looked like she was coming right towards the audience. And I was like, "Don't tell me this. You're gonna make me feel bad about this." But yeah, it was a great experience. I'm gonna probably put some more clips and photos here at the end. If you're seeing my face for the first time, I hope you don't think I'm ugly. But yeah, that was my Miku Expo experience. I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.